Alright, what up y'all? We just made it to the place we'll be staying at for the next 5 days. Here's the trunk with all of our food, all of our stuff. We're gonna unload, chill out, enjoy the new year, and then hopefully get on some big bucks in the morning. Just got here. Gotta get glassing. I'll just leave my bottle. Just got to like this big mix. We're gonna glass and the sun's starting to come up, so let's hope to find some deer. So, alright guys, Dad just glassed up. Seems to be like a big buck. They're super far though. So we got the spotter on them.
I definitely saw his antlers when he was running.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that is him.
In the open?
He just turned. That's a big body deer.
I'm gonna go get the phone scope and we could maybe get a better view when the sun comes out, but looks like it's a big buck, so
No,
way out there.
No.
Way out there in those flats.
Let me see.
I put the phone scope on him, but you can't really see because all the heat waves.
Oh, dude, that's a nice buck, dude.
Guys, this is why you don't listen to Tad
Bro.
when he says don't shoot the buck. Let me give you all a little backstory. On Tad's hunt, I don't know if you guys remember, but the buck he ended up,
Oh, yeah.
the buck he ended up
Can I
killing,
see it now?
Oh, yeah. He's
he
a
passed
shooter.
him up. So if Tad says don't
Okay,
shoot him, don't
I can
fool me.
judge deer, but
No, you can't.
hey, dude,
Guys, we
I'm
got
looking
we got a potential shoot over here.
I'm looking for grandpappy mule deer. I think
I'm
that's
pretty sure. Yeah, he's got some. Yeah, he's a 3x3, but his.
tines are like.
Yeah, he's got some big ones. He's got a long length, like 12-inch. What is that? Whatever
G3,
that is.
G2. Remember that big buck you shot at 27? Big old.
Yeah, that's how it looks.
Yeah.
I wish you would look at it.
Yeah, guys, we weren't around back in 2022.
Okay,
Wilderness Edge didn't, form
Yeah,
till
his back timing.
Yeah,
I see.
2024, but it's 2025 now. It's a new year, so you know.
He is a good 3. I lied. I didn't see his back tine.
Don't listen to that. So, guys, let's give Alan some screen time. Alan, what do you got to say?
Not much.
How do you feel about the hunt so far, dude?
Good, dude.
I know, guys. Look at this edger.
It's a bit
All right,
chilly.
dog, we're not calling ourselves
Oh,
that.
yeah,
That
yeah.
just sounds weird.
Bit chilly, but we're out here.
What do you think of this? The new strategy. We're hunting up in the high country instead of the desert.
I love that.
You love that?
More cover, colder, deer
Definitely
moving
is
around.
colder. It's still cold in the sun's
Yeah.
out.
It is a different game plan going on here.
Another deer laying right next to him. I didn't even see that.
Different game plan is going on right now. Well, we got to devise one, but it's looking good. This buck does look good.
So, we're gonna put a stock on this buck, but we're gonna go eat first because we're all hungry. We're gonna get some snacks. There's a road that goes, I mean, not right to them, but like around them,
Way closer.
so we don't have to walk a mile over there. So we're gonna get some food.
Time check.
I don't gotta watch.
I got my phone.
It's like 9, I think.
It's 10:10. We're gonna eat. Go put a stock on. Probably blow it, but you know what? That's how hunting goes.
That's not the confidence we need.
Alright guys, so Mike's good. We just spotted up a buck. We are on our way to go see if we can put a stock on that first buck we saw at the tank. And we just spotted this buck right now. He's a good shooter. So my dad drove off and we're gonna put a stock on him. He's not far. He's bedded under some shade. So let's see what we can do. I want to get in that shade. We were working outside. We got to about 80 yards and spooked him out of here. The doe busted us. We thought there was two does in a buck, but there was 3 does in a buck. There was an extra doe in there. She got us and they got out of here. So happy. Guys,
pretty much a wrap for day one. Saw a lot of big bucks today, a lot of does, a lot of new country, but one bone stock today. We'll be back out here tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. It's day 2. Yesterday we had 4 of us. We had me, Alan, my dad, and Tad. And today it's just me and Alan. Just us 2. Tad had to go to work. My dad had to go to work. So, day 2, we're gonna go to like the same main area, but like a different part of it, if that makes sense. And I got this bum of this big old mountain with the sun to our back. As the sun comes up, those glass all this country. I got some good sleep. Alan, you feel pretty solid? Mm-hmm. We're snacking on some salami while we warm up in the car before we head out of here. It's 6:06 right now, so we're probably gonna head out of here about 6:15, get up there around 6:40. I get there, sun's up at 7:20, so we'll check in with you guys when we get to the mountain. Alright guys, just made it to the top of the hill. What the heck? And it is actually, I said we'd be up there at 7:20, 7:17. But we could see some awesome country. We could see the stuff we were hunting in yesterday. We could see it all, so I'm gonna glass this side, Alan's gonna glass that side. And really the plan is to just glass here till we find a buck or find some does. I know they're out here, so we're gonna be up here glassing and we'll keep you guys updated.
You're rolling, dude.
I'm rolling. Alright, so we found bucks, but they're like they were like a mile and a half away. Exactly in the spot we stalked yesterday. Probably the same group, honestly, with that big buck. So we're gonna go over there. Yeah, we saw 4 bucks, like 9 does, something like that. Nothing over there on the side I thought we were gonna see the deer on. All in the stuff we were in yesterday, so maybe they just live over there. Maybe we just need to start hunting that canyon, hunting that flat, so we'll figure it out. We're gonna grab a bite to eat, get over there, and get in that canyon though, so. Alright guys, we just got to our glassing spot for the evening. It's only like 2 o'clock. It's early still, so we'll be in here for the day, for the rest of the day. This is the big open plain we glassed up all the bucks in this morning, so see if we could get on in this evening.
Javelina over there.
Yeah, there's just some javelina and some babies over there just chilling, you know. Javelina aren't the brightest creatures, but they're cool. But yeah, this is where we're gonna be for the evening hunt and see if we can get it done. Let's go. Did you record this javelina? So we literally just saw those javelina, and I look down there and there's a bunch of deer feeding. I see a buck too. I don't know how big he is, but we're gonna get in this shade and drop the packs and see if it's a big buck, and if it is, we're gonna stalk him. They're only maybe about, I don't know, 600 yards. But yeah, there's some bucks, so I'm not sure to see how big he is before we stalk him. Let's go. Stay low. It's currently 2:46. And we know there's a decent buck in here somewhere. We just saw like a little spike get up and switch beds. And they're only about, I don't know, 300 yards away. They're not that far. But it's kind of just a waiting game for them to get up, and then
So here's the deal. We found the bigger bug got up and started feeding, and then we watched him bed. So we're looking at him right now, but we can't get a good view of him because the way he's bedded, he's like a bunch of brush. All we can see is his top two. I think he's a 4x4 or a 3x3. I don't know, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna work down this like fence line, and I'm gonna try and get closer. And Alan's gonna stay here. And if I can find him, Alan's gonna go to me. Because if he's big, we don't want to be this far when he gets up. We want to be close so we can make a decent play. So that's what we're gonna do here. And fingers crossed that it works. Alright guys, we see the buck. He's bedded like tucked into this oak tree, and there's a doe right below him, and she's up right now. The sun's starting to hit the buck. He looks like a really nice buck, guys. All I can see is his face, and I just see him chewing. He's chewing on something. So we're definitely gonna try and get this buck once he makes himself known. All I see is you can just see his eyes and his teeth moving. But yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. We're stalking in, and we're using this one tree as our cover. And I'm like, if we get to that tree, I'm gonna get a shot off. So we're walking to that tree, and then out of nowhere, this doe just pops out to the right in the wide open. And so I stop, and she's looking at us for like 10 minutes. And then the buck comes out right behind her. And they just feed out into the open, but they're still looking at us. So they busted us on our way to the tree. And we ended up, when they put their heads down to like start feeding, me and Alan got down, and we were like sitting on our feet. And we were sitting on our feet for at least 20 minutes. So my legs started getting all numb. I'm sure Alan's did too. And the buck, all the deer, they kind of stopped worrying about us. And they just started feeding into the field. Probably like at 90 yards. Too far for me to shoot. And it just started getting dark, and they started getting closer. But it's starting to get really cold, so me and Alan just got up to get out of here. And when Alan got up, his legs were so numb he almost fell over. But the deer didn't seem too spooked. They just watched us walk off, so I'm sure they're gonna be in here in the morning, so I know where we're gonna be in the morning. But yeah. You're sailing today, bro. Alright. What's up, guys? Hey, we have to try to stop saying alright, guys, because we say alright.
I know.
We say alright, guys, a lot. Like yesterday, I barely said it because I was working on it.
I know, and I say it a lot. It's a cold morning.
Alright, guys, I said it again.
We're trying, guys.
Okay.
God.
Okay, crew, it's cold today. It's freezing, but we're in a brand new area. We're gonna hike up to this big tall point in Glass. Hopefully it pays off. If not, it doesn't. So, let's go.
So we just hiked up. It's getting light now. But it's just like a bunch of rolling hills. Don't show them this, please. It's just a bunch of rolling hills. And we're gonna go to like the end of this ridge. There's a point over there. point, just glass. It's kind of cloudy, overcast, not really, but it's a nice day. The sun's starting to come up, and I've been seeing a lot of tracks in here, so I don't know. What do you think, Dad?
Definitely looks a lot more stockable than the last spot. And don't mind this, we're still figuring out our mics, but it's a lot more stockable. I think it's a little thick, but it's better positioning and able to get closer, so it should be good if we get on the deer.
But he was moving.
Get on this one. We have so many moving down the road, it's gonna take. I think we just need to get some glasses. We will be able to look it up.
We just found a decent buck. I'm gonna try to put a stock on him. He's kind of far though. Alright guys, we just found him. He's a nice buck. He's a shooter, but there's 2 does with him. And we're gonna put, me and Alan are gonna put a stock on while Dad stays here and watches him. But that's just an update. Nice buck over here. Alright, so here's the plan. Dad stayed up top, watching the deer. We're pretty sure the buck bedded, but he kind of left the doe, so I think he's alone. So me and Alan are gonna try and come in from above him. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's probably the coldest day of the hunt. Today is just cold, but we got a good scenario. This is probably the most like stockable position. Like, it's thick, but it's open. It's hard to explain. But we got a really good chance here, and he's a shooter, so we're gonna bail off and then climb up and come down on him and see if it works. So let's hope it does. So guys, we goes the distance. We're probably about, we goes like the distance 100 yards. We're probably 150 from them. Dad's still over there. He watched the buck bed. The buck bed at about 20 yards from where I had marked on Onyx. And we're above him. Let me check the wind. We're in a really good position right here. Oh my gosh, the wind is perfect. So we're pretty much just gonna come down on him. Wait till he gets up and feeds, and it's gonna be a close distance. But yeah, guys. Fingers crossed it happens right here. Blew his stock again. 80 yards, and the wind switched up, started pulling right to him. And he just ran out of here. 80 yards right below us.
Alright, what's up guys? Day 12. Went to church this morning. We're out for the evening. It's 3 o'clock. Got about 2.5 hours to make something happen. So, hunt's kind of winding down. I start class tomorrow. Dad goes back to work. So really this might be the last time we're out. So hopefully we can capitalize. Guys, so me and Tad were glassing. I glassed up 3 does and a buck. He's not the biggest buck, but he's alright. It's day 12. I'm gonna go put a stock on him. So I made it to this saddle. I dropped my pack right here. The deer's just on the other side of this hill. But the wind is like swirling. So if anything affects me, it's gonna be the wind. I can be pretty quiet, but I'm gonna hop this fence and knock an arrow and try and come over him. Fingers crossed. Well, as I was walking up, Tad texted me that they winded me because the wind's just swirling, and that they ran over the hill into the other side. So I came up my side thinking they're gonna be further, and like this hill that they were on kind of splits into 2 fingers, and that's where I thought they were on the further finger.
turns out they pop out 30 yards in front of me, and the buck just stares at me, so I draw back, and then he starts running. So I'm just kind of holding it, hoping he'll stop within 60, and then he probably stopped at like 120 yards, and that's too far for a bow, so you know, set it down. They ran off. It's just a bad situation. Bad way to probably end the day. But I'm gonna walk back to Tad now, and never know, maybe he'll glass up some more deer while I'm walking back. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Oh, Tad's gonna give you a rundown of how it went down, and then I'm gonna go. Tad.
Alright, so as you know, we found the deer, Don found the deer, and we came up with a game plan. Well, I stayed on the deer, I had the spotter and my bino set up, and I was watching them right as the Don got, I don't know, maybe 200 yards down in the saddle. They smelt him, the does picked up her head, and I don't think they saw Don, but they definitely smelt him. The wind was going down canyon, and so they fed off the backside right where we saw him, and I lost him, so I was glassing downhill and waiting for Don to get to the top, and by the time I looked back to Don's drawn downhill, so I lost the deer.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they went.
And so while that's going on, I'm walking up the hill right after I told you guys the wind's swirling, and I got a text from Tad, and it's like, the deer smell you, they ran to the left. And so when I got on top, I saw like a different cut, and I assumed that's the cut they went over. So I'm just walking, and next thing you know, 30 yards in front of me, there's just a doe and a buck looking at me. So I draw back.
Bro.
Huh?
GoPro die?
No, it just turns off. Bro.
Bye, carry on.
So like 30 yards, I draw back. They started running, and then the buck probably stopped like at 90 yards. But I'm not flinging an arrow 90 yards.
No, that was just a tough situation.
Day 12, I got my first drawback at a buck, and it wasn't even close.
But not bad for an evening hunt.
Yeah, we were only out here for like 3 hours, but that's how it goes. And if I don't come back out again, this is it. It was a good hunt. Saw a lot of bucks.
Learned a
lot. But yeah, man, this is the reality of it. This is what you don't see sometimes, that it's not as easy as it seems, and it can be difficult, but you just gotta stay grinding.
Yep, keep your head up. But
that's about it. We'll catch y'all in shed season though.
We just couldn't make anything happen. He got on private.
Your first shed ever?
First ever shed.
That's a nice look there.
Got a little 4x4.
That's a nice shed, dude.